So the concept of with soil of chelation or sequestration and then breaking toxins down, nutrients, making them bioavailable, all those sort of things, where the human body, when we look at a cell that's full of synthetics and heavy metals, that's having a lot of problems, and that's then systemic wide. Sequestration and chelation is a little bit different. We'd like to pull as much of the heavy metals, inorganic metals, and synthetics out of the cell and replace it with colloid minerals, of course. But the balance of soil-borne probiotics that are incredible are able to also break down through the enzymatic action any of the remaining toxins in the body and convert them into essential fatty acids and colloid minerals as well. So it's the concept of understanding we are just part of the earth, the organism itself, and that the honeybees are the same, or they're just on the organism, they're part of the organism. So when we understand soil to human health, we understand that essentially all of our nutrients have to come from the soil. They have to be in the right form, pass through the plants and into the animals. The vitality has to move up that food chain. And once people understand this concept, it starts to, while it's supremely complex, and you know that from all your years of research, that the soil, real soil, is less understood than the entire universe. So it's supremely complex. But if we grasp onto the fundamentals and the basics, that we can change the environment, and we can change it really fast for the better.
Well, and that's the thing, because it's all organic life is based on that cell division, and cell division is based on two basic things: the construction crew, which is biology, and then all the components that are necessary to build that healthy cell, and that is created and moved to that cell by the biology, whether it's mining from sand, silt, clay, organic material, or what we're consuming in our bodies, which hopefully is coming from healthy plants and animals, eating from the healthy plants.
Sure.
It all is based on that base of cells coming together to make an organism. And in your product that you've created, the missing minerals that are tied up in our soils or non-existent in our soils, plus the microbiology that is necessary to be there to mine these minerals, to add them into the healthy cells. So where does this product come from?
Well, I mean, we source it from numerous places, not only around the country, but around the world.
Okay.
The collection of bacteria, mycelium, and the extremophiles are certainly a collection of diverse organisms that work amazingly well as a community from all kinds of different environments, so that they're capable of dealing with any environment they're put into. So when you put them into nature, whatever the problems are, or whatever needs to be done, because microorganisms of this diversity have to create a pristine environment for themselves. And that's what they do in order, not with explosions of one or the other that causes, E. coli problems or any of those things. That they stay within the range that they need to, and only the ones that are needed will express themselves, right? So that's the important part. And then the diversity of minerals from the ocean and the earth are already bioavailable. We wanted bioavailable for big ag operations. You can put down large amounts of non-available mineralization, diversity of mineralization, with a collection of this biology, and make it bioavailable at a very fast rate and grow huge crops, and of course very nutrient dense, that don't need pesticides and things. And I've got the fun part is I've got videos of one of the videos that I did was with a hunter who's been using glyphosate and NPK fertilizers for his food plots for 15 17 years, I think it was. And he goes, I've never seen, he goes, you got to come over. You got to film this. You got to come see this. It's on my Instagram. He goes, I don't have a single weed in my radishes and turnips and pumpkin patches. I don't have a single, I didn't use a lick of glyphosate. You told me not to use any glyphosate. So you got to come see this. And sure enough, his radishes and turnips and everything are bigger than they've ever been. It's incredible, and not a single weed anywhere, just because the soil has the full-blown, mineralization that it needed, so that weeds didn't need to be there to heal the soil. Medicinal herbs, of course. So, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun when people see this in action, and they send me videos, they call me, they send me emails and go, we just can't keep the deer out of here. Stuff like that.
And the hunter's going, yeah.
Well, it's not, he deliberately treated food plots on the outskirts of his property. And he's letting the deer have those, but he's had to put up scarecrows and noisemakers and all kinds of stuff around the other food plots near where he hunts. So the deer don't absolutely just destroy it. So it's cool. And animals are going to tell you, we're talking quarter-acre spaces with 30 deer stacked on top. That's kind of cool to see.
Well, I know I like to call, weeds medicinal plants for the soil, because the soil and Mother Nature's going, look, we're missing, A, B, and C in this soil. And this weed, in the biology that interacts with that plant specifically, draws those nutrients up. Then that plant dies and it's put back in the soil. So basically, when you're adding everything that is necessary, those plants don't have to sprout. It's a beautiful thing to see.